Master Jedi, what brings you to our small corner of Republic space? This is such a great, great honor.
Tell me what's happening.
We're having some trouble. Nothing you couldn't have predicted, but there you are. Our bases here are far from self-sufficient. We're not farmers, and there's no existing infrastructure here to work with. We're at the mercy of our supply ships, and this one's just went nose down in some of the worst territory on Taris.
Is the ship lost? Why haven't your men recovered the supplies?
Our men tried to reach the ship once, but they turned back after taking serious casualties. They said it's more than just rat ghouls, but couldn't make an ID. If you still want to go, you'll need to talk to our quartermaster at the supply shed across the base. She's got the exact coordinates of the crash.
And you're just going to make this all better, huh?
Usually, people are happy if I come to make things better.
I'm Karen Weck, Quartermaster. Commander Gardet just called to say you're retrieving our supplies. For which, by the way, I and the rest of the troops here humbly thank you. But I don't want Commander Fat Pants to think it means he gets away with this. Steal from your troops, waste Republic money bringing in silks and wine from Alderaan, and it's fine, because some wandering Jedi will happen in to save you.
Tell me the whole story, and more slowly this time.
The ship didn't have to crash. I said over and over that the ship needed repairs. The left stasis generator was loose, and the hyperdrive motivator was seeping fluid. But Gardet had already spent our allotted maintenance budget on himself.
Putting his men at risk for his own indulgences is a grievous misuse of authority.
And then some. But he simply slashed the rations budget in half and figures it's over. The men are starving, and starving men don't hold up well against creatures where one tiny scratch could lead to a base-wide epidemic. If you can take this holo camera out to the crash site, you could get the evidence I need to get him court-martialed.
When you put it that way, how can I refuse?
Thank you. If you take holopics of the engine, I can show that the documented lack of repairs is what caused the crash. The most important thing is the supplies, though. The crash site isn't far. When you get everything, bring it back here so I can distribute it. We don't have antibiotics. They come on the same ship as everything else.
You're supposed to keep better tabs on that sort of thing. These men have the Cillian flu. They could die if... Master Jedi, dare I hope you've made it to our ship?
I've brought what you requested.
Just in the nick of time, too. The men came close to mutiny when I cut rations again. They knew this wasn't going to be a luxury cruise.
What do you expect? You ask your men to starve while you eat bantha steaks from off-world.
These pictures prove you knew the ship was damaged, and you sent it anyway.
They're going to Republic Command, along with my documentation of every personal purchase you've made. These men left their families and risked their lives to come here. If they die, it should be for someone better than you.
I didn't know the ship was so bad. I thought if it was serious, they'd catch it on Ord Mantell.
A good commander lives under the same conditions as his troops.
I never realized how quickly we go through our supplies. If I thought we couldn't last a month, I have some personal stores. I'll distribute them while you finish here, as a gesture of good faith.
I never thought I'd see anyone put the righteous fear into him like that. Good job, and thank you. Actually, if you're still interested in serving our soldiers, there may be something else. Normally, our 4th outpost comes here to pick up its supplies, but their convoy never arrived this month. I'm afraid something happened. They need to be found.
It's dangerous territory out there. Was the convoy armed?
The route between the outposts runs along Lake Brel. Not the best planning. There's Rakghouls there, and a Nexus spawning ground, and worse. Usually the convoy's managed by only traveling when the sun is highest, plus lots and lots of firepower. But if they're out there too long, well, you need to find them.
Every moment we delay risks their lives. I'll leave right now.
Whatever happened to the convoy, we need to make sure Morn Outpost gets their supplies. Sonic emitters along the route usually keep off the worst of the critters. But if they're on the fritz, that convoy would have walked into a feeding frenzy. Fix the emitters and see what you can find about the convoy. When you're done, report to Commander Yajek at Morn Outpost. And thank you.
eliminated.
We just stopped to rest. Geozel found a scratch, and we don't know if it's the Rakul infection, so we're waiting. And Ferdoan might be coming down with the Geonosian swamp flu, but we're on our way, I swear, and you're looking at me very strangely.
Tell me the whole story, and more slowly this time.
Nothing. There's nothing to tell. I mean, I'm Private Gilrow, Taris Outpost 4. Kind of assumed you were looking for our convoy. We just stopped to rest. Sorry to trouble everyone.
Are you afraid of something? Is someone after you?
What isn't after us on this awful planet? The Nexu? The blasted Rakghouls? Oh, forget it. I was never a good liar. We aren't going back. Is that what you wanted to hear? We've deserted.
You have a duty to the Republic.
What about its duty to me? 5 years we've been out here. No break. Most of our friends have died. We're wounded. Tired. Broken. Fighting something that can't think. Can't be frightened. And if you get the slightest scratch, you become the enemy and your own squad puts you down like a dog.
You have given the Republic as much as it can reasonably demand.
You're not gonna turn us in?
Take this. It should be enough to buy a berth on a smuggler's ship.
I can't... I mean, we thought we might get a spot with one of the scavengers, but then we heard they kill strangers on sight. This would save my life. And maybe I can even get back in time to fix things with my girl. Please, tell Commander Yajek you found our bodies. That way no one will ever come looking.
State your business. This is a Republic military outpost, sovereign territory of the Galactic Republic. We will defend ourselves with deadly force if necessary.
Do you have some reason to fear an invasion?
There's no unauthorized travel this far into the wilds. Best policies usually blast first, chat later. Don't suppose you were sent by Commander Gardet with news about our supplies.
Your supplies are on the way, but no thanks to him.
Sounds like there's a story there, but I won't waste your time asking for it. Let me just say thanks. Don't suppose you saw any sign of our boys. If they're still alive, they'd better have a good excuse for leaving us hanging.
I'm sure your concerns are unnecessary.
I'll have to assume the worst. Usually not much left to find if the Nexu were at them. Anyway, thanks for the help and the news. This sure won't help morale. Everyone else will just have to work a bit harder now.
The Maker marked you. Nothing personal.
Oh, excuse me. Something in the air. Spores, I think. Name's Wintag. I'm working on the Republic Teresian Archival Database. We call it RepTad. I'm assigned to explore the old city myself, but I'm, not handling the change of atmospheres very well. I don't suppose you'd be up for a little job exploring the ruins? We're well funded, so I can pay you for your trouble.
Just let me know how I can be of service.
Thank you, Master Jedi. I'm talking about finding the archive set up by Taris's own government to preserve their knowledge and culture in the event of disaster. I've been working on this for years, and I believe I've finally pinpointed the location of their archive.
Then what do you need from me?
I've tried to approach the location before, but it is positively overrun with raccoons. I couldn't get close. If you could get past them, let my assistant know how to arrange retrieval. Her constitution is stronger than mine.
Body count rising. Observation. You ration supplies well, Master. Statement. I will enter this in my database.
This is a restricted area. There have been no security breaches for the past 111,325 days. Please show your credentials to enter.
Is this the Taris archive?
Yes. My programming appears to contain a contradiction. I'm instructed only to open this door to a member of the Tarisian government. But when the archive was brought online, all members of the ruling government were contained within. I have received no information on their successors.
This place has been a wasteland for 300 years. There is no government.
Let me update my programs. My fall through under that condition is to open only to representatives of the Galactic Republic. Is that you?
I am a member of the Jedi Order and Galactic Republic.
Excellent. Welcome to the Taris Archive. This is the ruling government of Taris, as last appointed, plus representatives of every major science and industry. Their final wish was to be thawed when Taris was once more in the hands of the Republic. Here is data on all those contained within.
I can assure you, I will not fail.
My programming instructions end here. Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only. Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only. Be safe out there. Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
I was told you might be coming. Was there anything in the archive?
Apparently, the ancient Tarisian government thought the most important thing to preserve was themselves.
Themselves? What do you mean literally? That's amazing. All this time we've been working from old recordings and the occasional droid, when the key to the whole planet's history is right here.